the shiny gold here in the corner, and then this thing that Eva and Camden and Xavier put together here for the greenery, so please feel free to take pictures around those. Also, if you haven't purchased a shirt, we do have a few extra large and 2XL still for sale. $17 for t-shirts and one large polo for $25. So thank you, family, and I will give it back to Rosine.
All right, thank you. All right, so I know everybody is wondering who guessed the marbles right. So for that, we're going to have Sierra come on down. All right, so if you knew how many marbles were in there, please raise your hand.
Know the exact number.
Who actually knew? Okay. Okay, so... Okay. All right. Ooh, hold on. Let's have her say who she is first. Let's start there.
Hello. My name is Sierra Simmons. Over there. His name is Derek Simmons. And my grandmother is Evelyn Clark. And I'm from Oakland, California, in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yes. And my great grandmother was Shirley Simmons. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, nice to see everybody. So many beautiful faces. Okay, so I decided that a lot of y'all was real close. Some of y'all not so much. So for honorable mentions, I'm gonna do my dad. He put 100 marbles. That's incorrect. Another honorable mention that I thought I had to share was from Mr. Patrick Back Sr., 2000. That was also incorrect. Okay. And now the moment y'all been waiting for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do someone who's very close, but not exact. It's my Uncle Matt. He put 550. That was pretty good, but that's also incorrect. And now two people who got really, really close. 600. Ethel, you was real close. You was real close, but Rosine was closer. She put 601. And she didn't know. So I could disqualify her. So the total number of marbles was 612 marbles. Girl, you didn't know. I put 612. You put like 439. Don't play with me. So, yeah. Rosine, please choose your gift. That's not the one I want, please. Oh, Rosine, please tell me your name, your parents, your grandparents, and your country of origin and state.
Hello, my name is Rosine Shepherd. My parents are Rudolph and Sharon Shepherd. Please wave your hands. Thank you. I was born and raised in Greensboro, North Carolina, but of course, I'm from down here, from Edgecombe. Spent all my summers down here. Pleasure to look at all you beautiful people today, and thank you so much for coming out. All right, so next up, we are going to have our generational health and wealth talk. First up is going to be my dadkins, Rudolph Shepherd Jr. He's going to talk to us about some property and real estate and heirs property.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to go ahead and say it first, right up front. I'm a long way to be a public speaker. This is something I think we need to share. Let's open the hand on the property. Heirs property. First, everyone here for me about heirs property. Most of us know the process of inherited heirs property. Settlement, dealing with. Can you guys hear me? All right. I'm high. They're good. Heirs property. Heirs property is created when the owner dies without a will, so the property passes on to the heirs. Or the owner dies with a will, leaving real property to two or more beneficiaries. And we usually hear about this heir property when Ray and Day, we've been living on the property. And we assume that they've been taking care of business, we're paying the taxes, paying the lien, paying the loan, paying everything to do with the property. But we come to find out none of that's been done. And what actually ends up happening is the property goes up for sale, And nobody knows anything about it until Friday afternoon, but the property going to sell on Monday morning. And that's a big rush to try to figure out what do we do about this situation. And there are things we can do about it. Just because the tax man shows up and says, hey, your property going to sale because you realize state taxes, we can do things about this to bring this to a stop and change. Next slide. As much as 4% of all property in North Carolina valued at approximately $2 billion is held as heir property, leaving thousands predominantly minority and low-income families at risk of losing their ancestral land and homes. According to Wake Forest laws, heir property project. We've been back here in Nixon area for the last 3 years now. And I personally witnessed about 4 of these cases where property goes up for auction. And it just goes up and sells. Minute amounts of money, $10, $15, $20,000, property's gone. It's bad at a couple $100,000. And no one seems to pretty much understand what's actually happening, why it got gone, and who could put a stop to this or close this thing. Like I said, y'all bear with me. I'm always being a public speaker. All the heirs property are tenants in common. Each heir has equal rights to full use and possession. Each heir is legally responsible for taxes and other property related to expenses. In other words, each heir, everybody who's on this list, should be involved in paying the taxes and making sure that anything that's outstanding on the property is taken care of. Each heir may seek a partition of the property. Each heir must agree to any major decisions about the property. Why is heirs property a problem? Individuals living on heirs property face an increased risk of forced sale and eviction. Heirs cannot sell, mortgage, or lease the heirs property without agreement of all heirs. Heirs have more difficulty farming, qualifying for agricultural loans, and selling agricultural products, such as timber on the property. If you're an heir to the property, you cannot on your own sell timber on the property just because you live on the property. Heirs cannot qualify for most rehab programs or secure financing for needed repairs for their heirs property. In other words, if the property falls into disrepair, you can't get a loan because you don't physically actually own the property. Heirs may not be able to participate in any government programs offered by USDA, HUD, or FEMA. Like after the storm, you're not eligible for the FEMA program. Also, the property again is not yours. Just because you live on it, it's physically not your property. Heirs cannot qualify for loan modifications or other litigation programs when facing foreclosure. Heirs may not be able to qualify for service, use tax deductions, homestead exemptions, or other property tax exemptions. Again, this is talking about the timber off the property. You can't really sell timber off the property, which is a pretty big deal. You got quantity of land without getting permission of all of the heirs involved. Heirs property rob the next generation of primary means of generating wealth. When heirs have clear title, they can open a line of credit or apply for a mortgage. They can use the property as collateral for a loan, start a business, or to send their kids to college. They can generate income by leasing the property. They can generate income through forest production or farming or selling natural resources from property. They can sell the property, or they can pass the property on to their family. Heirs property is a problem, and the solution to this is a clear title. What prevents a clear title or a wrongful title? Defective or fraudulent deeds. And you see that quite often. The deed is not correct. It's the wrong property. Existing mortgage loans secured by the property, liens against the property, unpaid property taxes or utilities, unpaid debt for labor or material used to improve the property, liens against the owner, such as unpaid federal and state taxes, unpaid judgments against the owners, lack of access, encroachments on neighboring properties, which is another situation about having, when you don't have a property survey, you don't actually know where the property line is because grandma and grandpa told you to stop at the big oak tree down in the corner by the pond. That's a problem. Heirs property status. There are some steps to get property out of the heir. Out of the heir and actually into ownership. I got 8 steps to that. 1 or 2 people need to take control of the actual property. So if you got 8, 10 acres land or 15 acres land and you've got 25 people on it, someone needs to take control of the property and figure out what's actually happening. Get a copy of the deed to see whose name is actually on the deed. Make a family tree based on this deed, stepping down from what granddad, next step down to your parents, and on down and so forth and so on. If anyone is deceased, you still have to follow that leg of the tree down to their heirs. Get the name and address of all those people. Once you have the above, meet with a probate office. Get an estimate of how much the property is actually worth. You need to know what the property is actually worth before you start spending money and trying to figure out what you're going to get. If you what usually happens is someone passes and a lot of distant relatives show up from out of town, from New Jersey or Colorado somewhere, and everybody flocks to thinking they're going to get rich because great granddaddy had 10 acres of land back in the swamp somewhere. It ain't going to happen. But it takes a while to get everybody to understand that. Figure out whether you want to keep the property or you want to sell the property. Go ahead and do a probate on the property to get the property into the names of the living. So you want to get any deceased people's name off the property and get the names actually to people that are living so you can deal with the property at that point. If you want to stop a tax deed sale, option 1, you can pay the taxes, stop the sale. Option 2, you can sell the property, which is this is not it's easier said than done. Actually, though, I don't know, any of you guys ever see these cards? This property, is this your property? I want to buy it, I will give you $28,000 sight unseen. Of course they will. Of course they will. And we got to stack it. Every other day we get 2 or 3 of these others. Where we are here on the coast, we live in a vacation, this is a vacation area. We may not realize people have been here all our life and all our relatives have been here, but this actually turns into a vacation area. People are flocking in here wanting this property. Anything, especially anything on the ocean side of 17, as you probably noticed, has doubled and tripled in value. And once it's gone, we can't afford to buy it back. Option 2, if you want to sell the property, so again, sell the property, it's easy to say than done. Option 3, a lot of tax deal sales can happen. You can collect, this is something that, actually I didn't understand, you can collect overage money also. If the property goes up for sale for taxes, it's actually $15,000, and the property sells for $200,000. The family should get anything over this tax value. You should apply to the county to receive this extra $185,000. Anything over that. Usually what happens, nobody inquires. The property is valued at $200,000, it sells for $75,000, the taxes are 10, and it's gone. Option 4, you can hire a lawyer and stop the tax sale. But there are things you can do. You don't have to, if it goes up for sale because you owe the bank a mortgage on it, or you go up for sale because of taxes. There are things you can do to put a stop to this. But one thing you can't do is stick your head in the sand and think that this is going to go away. Because it's not going to go away. This property is going to be sold. Down the coast here, this property is getting too valuable to allow it to just sit. It's going to be sold. If you want to sell but others don't, return all the owners of the property with them. Get your probate attorney. Do something to declare who all the owners are. In fact, send all the owners a letter, let them know that, hey, I want to sell this property we got. We got 25 people, we got 2 acres of land. Let's just sell this and move on. It may be the case. You may wish to involve the people in the other heirs in what's called a partition action lawsuit. This number 3, this partition lawsuit also is something that these people are good at. If you've got 20 acres of land, heir property, and one of your heirs, Uncle Bub, says acre and a half to Pam here that he can't sell. Well, Pam has paid him $75,000 for acre and a half. She got her money tied up. Uncle Bub has spent the money. But what Pam can do, she can go to court and get this partition action lawsuit and sue the family to make you sell the property. So she can force you to sell this property even though she only owns an acre and a half. She don't own any of that. She just got money tied up in it. But now she's involved. She's part of this heir situation. And if you go through the Partition Act, stay the course for duration, because this is probably going to be a long and arduous task, but stay the course, don't back up on it. Next slide. And if you need assistance in handling this, reach out to me, myself, my wife, Sharon, or my sister, Tricia, and we can help you guys walk through this. Not that what we really want to do is help you guys keep the property, help the families keep the property down there on the coast. We're losing property the rate that we're losing property is crazy. Like I said, I've seen this happen at least 4 times in the last 3 years, and all 4 of these could have been avoided. Should have been avoided. Anyway, that's all I got. Anybody have a question? Yes, ma'am?
Okay. Is there anything in law, like if one of the heirs cut ties with that family and they left like 70 years ago and nobody don't know where their family is, or the last that they heard it was somewhere and then it can't be found? What is anything that can be done about that, because their name is listed as one of the heirs on the deed?
I think this is also Patricia Hunter, in case you didn't know. She's listed as a help.
What you have to do in that case is the last known address of that heir, say they lived in St. Louis, the last you knew, you have to go and put ads in the paper. You have to willingly do something to find them. But you have to actually list, you can't just say I can't find them. The last known address where they were, you actually have to go to the city they were in and maybe put classified ads out. You're looking for so-and-so that grew up in Hampstead, North Carolina, and give them until, a certain date to contact an attorney or whoever is over the land. And once you do your due diligence to actually find that person and they don't show up, then you can scratch them off the list. And that's legal.
And we may not have all the answers to the questions, but we can find the answers. And the worst thing you can do is ignore these problems. What actually usually end up happening is like Ray and Day. We don't find out these issues will come up until it's close to a day or two away from being on the auction block. And then it's pretty much too late to do anything about it. Nobody says, hey, I got a problem, I borrowed $20,000 on the house and I couldn't pay it back. But we all have family here. If you don't have a mother and father, we got sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, and friends. Ask someone. Let someone know, hey, I got a problem. I got an issue. I got to lose the land that I inherited from my granddad here because I owe $15,000. But anyway, any other questions? Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. I think he did an excellent job.